Now, I'm not saying the Denver Nuggets are doomed to lose. They're not. Gotta remember, in their prior series in the first round, they split the first two games at home and looked to be in trouble going to their opponent's home court for two games, for games 3 and games 4. The difference is the Portland Trailblazers aren't the San Antonio Spurs, and the San Antonio Spurs did not possess a 1-2 tandem like C.J. McCollum and Damian Lillard. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. Okay. And what should be really ominous to Nuggets fans is that in Game 2, it wasn't really like Dame Lillard and C.J. McCollum like put up like unbelievable offensive performance. They kind of struggled collectively. It was the others that showed up, as Shaq likes to say, right? And you can't. You tend to think that with the scenery moving to Portland, you can't bet that Dame Lillard, especially Lillard and McCollum, are going to have an off night again. Okay, and you got to think also that Nikola Jokic is due for a bad game eventually, right? So I'm just I had look, I had the Nuggets winning this in 6, but I'm starting to believe a little bit in this Trailblazers team, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to think that this might be the year that they might put the Western Conference and the NBA on notice. Now, I'm not saying they're going to win a championship, but perhaps finally this can be the year that Damian Lillard gets the respect that he deserves. Remember, there's been so many years this guy was not chosen on the All-Star team, and that was a fucking disgrace, okay? That was a disgrace how many years this guy hasn't been an All-Star, putting up 25, 26, 27 points per game in Portland, okay? Damian Lillard, if he plays long enough, and injuries don't hamper this guy's career, he's going to go down as the Portland Trailblazers' greatest offensive player of all time. Now, I'm not going to say the greatest player of all time because I think that's Clyde Drexler. And right now, Drexler is still their best offensive player. But Dame Lillard is on a trajectory. You know what I'm saying? And also in Drexler's defense, he went to I believe 2 NBA Finals. With Portland, 1990 against the Pistons and 1992 against the Chicago Bulls. Of course, he also went to the finals in 1995 with Houston, but that's another story. Now, if you want to argue who's the greatest Portland Trailblazer of all time, some people will say Drexler. Maybe some people would say Bill Walton, since he actually won a title with the team back in the 70s. He just couldn't sustain his greatness for as long as he could have because his body just broke down. But I'm deviating away from the point. This is about Damian Lillard. I'm starting to think, man, this team might beat Denver, man. I'm really starting to think it, man. Tell me what you guys think, man. I want to say, I'm tempted to say Denver in 7, but we got to see what happens in Game 3. Game 3 is going to be pivotal. Okay, if Denver can sneak one of these games, in particular Game 3, if they can win Game 3, they'll take back the momentum of this series. If Portland wins Game 3 and lose Game 4, then we have a long series. If Portland wins both of these games, hasta la vista, Denver. You know, pretty much that's going to be the thing. You know what I'm saying? But tell me what you guys think, man. How do you feel about this series, and how do you how impressed are you by the postseason run of Damian Lillard? And I also still believe that one of these games, Lillard's going to go off for 40 or maybe 50 points again. I don't know why I feel like that, but I think he's going to have another one of those burst games. Okay? But tell me what you guys think.